Now, this is just an example of what happens when there is a food shortage crisis. The price of a pound of butter went up to 350 euros, which is more than $460 US, and people were bidding on it on the black and gray markets as well. Just something to keep in mind as the crisis exacerbates. Meanwhile, the Washington Post reports in its Wonk Book blog that the real unemployment rate is 11%. And they go on to give their reasons that since 2007, the percent of the population that either has a job or is actively looking for one has fallen from 62.7% to 58.5%. That's millions of workers leaving the workforce. It's not because they become sick or old or infirm. That's because they can't find a job, so they stop trying. But then it goes on after saying that the, quote, real unemployment rate is 11% to explain how the real un- and underemployment rate is measured by the U6 graph, and it's nearly 20%. You can see it in better detail here at Shadow Government Statistics. They've got a chart showing the official, that is the ones you see in headlines, the official U3 headlines, way down here at the just over 5%, hovering up towards 10%, but that the U6 has consistently been well above 10% since 2008, well in excess of 15% since 2008 on to now, and then how the SGS alternative shows even higher unemployment, over 20%. That's when you factor in all the people who stopped looking for work and a lot of other factors, a way that they measured it up until 1994, when they officially defined out of existence that way of measuring unemployment. So it's all political games is, of course, the point. You also have stuff like this back in August 26th of this year. The Federal Reserve official in Atlanta, Chief Dennis Lockhart, said the real unemployment rate was 16%. Just more confirmation that the 8% number, 9% number, 10% number you see is all just a concocted joke. They've got another article here in MoneyCentralMSN.com. Real unemployment rate 16.6%. That was in 2010, but really things haven't improved. You've seen the numbers move just slightly. Anyway, we'll be back in just a moment with a very powerful interview from Ben Fuchs. He's a pharmacist. You can hear him on the GCN Live Network. He's also behind the longevity vitamin supplements that Alex promotes at InfoWarsTeam.com. I've taken these myself. They can help you lose weight. They can help you fix all kinds of health problems. Just check out the basic Alex Team Pack, or whatever it is they call it. It's a multivitamin supplement, essential fatty acids, and then if you take that with protein powder, you're going to see incredible results. Stay tuned for that information and a lot of other powerful nutritional information. We'll be back after this.
What's up with these sorry politicians? Lots of bark. When it's showtime, whimpering like little shih tzus. You want big cuts? Ron Paul's been screaming it for years. Budget crisis? No problem. Got $1 trillion year one. That's trillion with a T. Department of Education? Gone. Interior, Energy, HUD, Commerce? Gone. Later, bureaucrats. That's how Ron Paul rolls. Want to drain the swamp? Ron Paul. Do it.
I'm Ron Paul, and I approve this message.
If you believe in this information and want to support its viral spread, go to the InfoWars store at InfoWars.com. We've got the new G.I. Joe InfoWars t-shirts. We've got the incredible Pro Pure gravity-fed filters available at InfoWars.com in the store. We've got a new DVD, Scientists Under Attack, the Don't Tread on Me flag. We've got all sorts of different bumper stickers to help spread the rebellion virally. It's all there, wristbands, citizen rule books in every order. Order online at Infowars.com today. The water filters, the canteens, it's all there. Infowars.com.
And we're back from break on the InfoWars Nightly News. Now we're joined by pharmacist Ben Fuchs for really an extended interview into everything about health and how really you can solve your own issues just by learning about nutrition and taking it into account.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Ben.
Thank you for having me. I like the way you said that. We can solve our own issues. Do you ever hear that book, The Constitution of No Authority by Lysander Spooner?
No.
Lysander Spooner was a lawyer in the 1800s, and he wrote a book called The Constitution of No Authority. And his whole take was that we have to abolish authority. And that he was talking about it from a political standpoint. I'm talking about it from a health standpoint. I mean, the word authority always troubled me because the word authority contains the precursor author. So when somebody's an authority, that means they're writing your story.
Right.
I hate authority. I don't want anybody writing my story. We can write our own story, and nothing is more important when it comes to writing our own story than writing our own story about our health.
Mm-hmm. So why don't you give us some of the basics here?
Okay, cool. Well, one of the things I like to do is simplify things. In pharmacy school, we always learn how to educate the public. You know, think about it, the most trusted profession every year is the pharmacist. And why is that? It's because we're trained in taking very complicated information about medicine, information that people really don't have a lot of don't really understand, and simplifying it and making it more palatable, making it bite-sized for people to grasp. Well, I do that with nutrition. And the way I do it with nutrition is I take this vast, somewhat confusing subject, somewhat overwhelming subject of nutrition. I mean, it's very easy for people just to throw their arms up and say, I give up. And what I like to do is take that vast subject matter and simplify it into bite-sized components. And the way I do it is with what I call the 8 chapters of good nutrition. Mm-hmm. And the 8 chapters of good nutrition are protein, fat, carbohydrates, fiber, water, vitamins, minerals, and trace nutrients. The first 5 chapters are I call macronutrients. These are nutrients you need a lot of. The last 3 chapters are trace nutrients, like the pixie dust that activates the macronutrients. So when it comes to the 8 chapters of good nutrition, how do you incorporate that into your lifestyle? How do you incorporate it into your lifestyle in an easy way, in a manageable way? So take chapter 1, protein. Your needs for protein are unspeakably huge. The average person needs somewhere around half a gram to a gram of protein per pound of body weight. So you weigh, say, 150 pounds, you're looking at 75 grams to 150 grams of protein if you want to be optimally healthy from a protein standpoint. How are you going to get 150 grams of protein? An egg has around 7 grams of protein. So you're looking, right away, you're looking at 20 eggs just to get your protein from eggs. From steak or from hamburger, you cook your protein, you don't even really know what you're getting, but it's very difficult to get those kinds of quantities. In order to effectively